Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 76, and today we are returning with two big games with our Tigers in the Premier League and the EFL Cup as we take on our bogey side Watford and Manchester City away as well. Before we play these games though, show you how I've been getting on off camera. So of course in the last episode you saw everything go according to plan with our 3 wins from 3 against Liverpool, Zenit and Crystal Palace. I then played 7 games off camera and there were goals galore in almost every single one of them. So I'll try and be brief, but I know it's me we're talking about here, so I'll probably still be talking about the 4th game 8 minutes into the video, and I'll just show you like 1 or 2 goals from each game. But yeah, this run off camera was crazy, but very successful, and we did start with a draw, unfortunately, the only draw of the run, which is a 1-1 draw at home to Aston Villa. Donnelly had to bail us out in this game with a late penalty 83 minutes in, otherwise we would have faced a defeat, but Donnelly did score from the spot and made sure we would get at least a point in this game, if not all 3. But after that, we responded with a big 3-1 victory away at Carrow Road against Norwich, and Donnelly netted yet another hat-trick, 2 in 3 games for Brian, who this season has just been unbelievable. And I'll show you his goal-to-game ratio in just a moment's time. It's mental, man. This guy's just been on fire. Following that, a 4-1 victory at home to Middlesbrough as well. Dimov scored the first goal, and then Brian Reed scored a hat-trick in the second half. So both Brian's getting hat-tricks off camera. You may have noticed as well, as I showed you the preview, Gianluca Esposito scored for Middlesbrough in this game. Long-term subs will know. Those that were here last year will know. For those that are unaware, Gianluca Esposito was the name of the Italian stallion in my Swansea save last year, and he was like the Brian Donnelly of that save. Just unbelievable. And seeing him score against me in this save wasn't great, but it was still quite niche and quite nice. But we still got the win by 4-1. Afterwards, a pretty heartbreaking defeat to City away from home 3-2. I said before, if we want to be in a title race this season, we have to win these games, not just target draws. And then, we got nothing. Gabriel Jesus bagged a brace either side of half-time. Sorry, not either side of half-time. Late in either half in the first half, 44 minutes in, and then scored with 2 minutes to go to win them the game in the topsy-turvy affair. The Moose gave us the lead in this game, scoring his first goal for the club, but sadly it was an effort in vain as we lost by 3-2. But after that we responded, 5-1 victory against West Ham away from home, and yet another hat-trick for Brian Donnelly, 3 for him. Kante scored a nice goal as well as we beat the Hammers very convincingly. After that, a 4-0 victory against Barnsley at home in the FA Cup 3rd round, so the good run continued. Ruggiero scored 4 in this game, so a hat-trick and a goal as well. So 3 different players getting hat-tricks in the run of camera. It's like that Oprah meme, you get a hat-trick, and you get a hat-trick, and you get a hat-trick, everyone getting hat-tricks, and that was awesome. His 4th goal was pretty nice as well. And the 7th and final game off camera was another 4-0 victory, this time back in the Premier League against Bournemouth. Van Dijk, Donnelly and Barley with 2 were the goal scorers in this one. So 5 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat in 7 games off camera, which leaves us right now in the Premier League in 3rd place with 46 points, 2 points behind the league leaders Arsenal and only behind United on goal difference. We're 6 points clear of City right now, and we do have a game in hand on pretty much all the teams in the league as well, as we're the late kickoff on Saturday today, which means, you do the maths, if we win, we'll go top for the first time this season. So much emphasis on today's big games, a big cup semi-final and a chance to go top for the first time this season as well. That's pretty much it, I think, as well. So we may as well dive straight into the first game. There has been one bid, by the way, for George Bakera, as the window's now open in January. We've rejected it, though. It was for around £25 million in total. It had quite a few clauses in there. But I like the Chilean. He's barely played for us this season, but I really do like him, and I'd rather keep him, as he's still got 3.5 years left on his deal. So let's get into the game then. I did pick my lineup just a moment ago. I messed up my commentary segment, so I came back for it. But this is the lineup I've got, and I'm feeling pretty confident with it. Right now, no one's on the injury report, so that's good. And we're going with a 4-2-4 in this game. Once again, trying a varied range of formations during the games off camera. I'm just trying to keep teams guessing, really, as opposed to continue to play the same way all the time. Because I feel as though when your team is that good, you can do that. But when you're still a relatively mediocre side compared to quite a few of the big clubs in the world, I always feel like it's best to change things up a bit from time to time, just to make sure no teams, understand how to figure you out and can beat you that way. Because unlike FIFA, if you continue to play the same tactics over and over and over again, the AI will begin to adapt to it and learn how to beat you. So going to 4-2-4 for this game then. These will be the instructions, and this is our team. We have Raj in goal, a back four of Hak, Damu, Sonogo and Jao. In midfield, it's got Balut and Saidi with Barley and Miguel on the wings. Up top together, Donnelly and Van Dijk, who this season have just been lights out, man. Seriously, Donnelly scored 25 Premier League goals in 21 games. And he's already beat his goal tally of last year by 3. And he's played 16 fewer games. That's how good Donnelly's been this season, man. That's why he stays in the team and why I continue to salivate over him. And, bit of a weird mental image, that one. And... And his strike partner's been equally as impressive in my book as well, due to the fact he's picked up 14 assists in 17 Premier League games, coupled with 8 goals as well. I mean, seriously, I knew these guys would be a great strike duo. They've been unreal. Anyway, on the bench, Vicari, Dimov, Timon, Magno, Malonas, Lecco, and Ruggiero. And that is the side. So this is the team, this is the game. It's Watford away, and a win will send us top of the table. Come on, Hull City. Also, I do want to apologise for no football vlogs over the past 2 weeks. I haven't really had the enthusiasm to do them really and to make them as fun to watch as they should be. With the FM series, it's a bit easier because it's a lot more relaxed. As Van Dijk puts us 1-0 up just 40 minutes in. But I feel like with the football vlogs, they're a different type of video. They're a different style, and unless I can give my best for it and make sure they're enthusiastic, and I just don't have to be as relaxed as in this series as well. You guys won't enjoy them, and I just haven't had the energy really, haven't had the confidence or the optimism or anything really over the past 2 weeks. But they will return very soon, trust me, and they will be back on the channel very, very shortly. But until then, FM continues. I know it's a couple of days this week, but I'm getting back to it. I'm getting back to my upload schedule. And yeah, it won't be long before I'm uploading daily. Once again, guaranteed. And doing 2 videos from time to time as well. So still 1-0 up. Van Dijk with a free kick. That's our second free kick goal of the season as well. And that's one bonus for Van Dijk as well. He's got that free kick stat of 16. We don't have a free kick taker in this team, so now we've got one. That'll make us a lot more lethal from dead ball situations. Barley goes down the right side and crosses, and Van Dijk flicks it on, and Brian Donnelly is going to let him have another assist as Donnelly takes the goal. I tell you, man, I am absolutely loving these two. I think that's number 30 for the season as well for Brian Donnelly in all competitions. These guys, man, are on a completely new level. What a cross by Barley. Van Dijk flicks it in. It's going in, and then on the goal line, Brian Donnelly says, cheers for that one, Eric. I'll take it. 2-0 Hull. But Eric don't mind. He loves getting the assist. 2-0 to the Tigers. We've been on fire to start this game. Can we get a third? Van Dijk to Donnelly. Brian on the ball. Can he find space to shoot? He can. Oh, God. It's another assist for Van Dijk. And another goal for Brian Donnelly. Just give him the golden boot now. And we're not even halfway through the season. This is just glorious. And these two, I'm so glad I paid close attention to it before the episode, sort of began. So I could put it down and show you in my notes what exactly these guys have been doing for us. You're seeing it on the screen right now. It's been happening all the time off camera. And it's happening on camera as well. These boys are just on fire and in sync. 3-0 Hull. These guys are our bogey team ordinarily. Watford, not today. We're brushing the Hornets aside. And it's just too easy. And another highlight this time might come to us as Santimina heads it away, but Jo keeps the chance alive as Balut finds Miguel, and Pari makes a really important save at his near post, and Watford get the danger away. This is the one thing I've got to say as well. We've been doing a lot more of this season compared to the previous 7 years, or 8 years I should say. We continuously, for so many seasons in this series, got ourselves 1, possibly 2 goals up, and we took our foot off the gas pedal and just didn't want to score more goals. But this season, we've been scoring at will and continuing to go at teams and dominate, and that's why we played so well. And as things stand, we're going to be in first position coming in 90 minutes because we just continue to go for the goals and go for the biggest scoreline possible. That's what I want to see. Humiliating teams, as we've been humiliated so many times throughout this series. As Donnelly tries to cross, can do so, and it might drop Saidi, and right on cue, there's our 4th goal. Watford 0, Hull 4, 52 minutes in. This is so much more like it now. We're becoming alpha. We're becoming alpha males, not beta males. We are the alphas, this whole team now. We have the confidence, we have the testosterone flowing, the masculinity that I sometimes discuss in this series for reasons I don't even know. It's 4-0, we are on fire, we're in cruise control, and I want us to keep going. I want us to keep on going, keep on scoring more goals. This is what we need to do. If we want to be champions, we've got to play like it. And Watford have scored, and it's 4-1. So, yeah, that was over pretty quickly. Kadera back down the right-hand side, crosses, and Michael Felibi turns it in first time. And it's 4-1. So, yeah, got no idea what I was talking about there. And because of that, Watford now get themselves possibly back in the game. Highly unlikely, but still, we are the kings of capitulation, so you never know. But still leading by 4 goals to 1. I don't mind. We can never defend anyway, but we can always score. Like right now, oh no, Pre makes a save and it's turned behind for a corner. We can never defend, but we can always score. But that's okay with me. If we keep on outscoring our opponents, we'll keep on winning games and finally winning some silverware. So still 4-1. Got to keep this intensity and this mentality up as well. And I'm really pleased that the first game of today's episode is going to have 5 goals in it as well. And possibly even more with 23 minutes to go as Van Dijk on the ball crosses to the middle. And there is another goal. Donnelly turns it in. It is 5-1 to Hull. It's yet another hat-trick for Brian Donnelly. Oprah's back at it again. You get a hat-trick. And I just don't believe this, man. Every single game in the last, 7 possibly now games? 6, 7 games has been goals galore. And absolutely fantastic. And every single game off camera, I've been saying to myself, oh, I should have recorded that one, should have came back for that one, should have done that one on camera. People would have liked to have seen that one, loads and loads of goals. And yeah, I kept on saying to myself, I know what's going to happen. The first game will have a 0-0, and then the second game will lose 1-0. But instead, no, the goals galore games continue. It's 5-1 to Hull City, and this is just unbelievable, man. We are playing like champions finally, and we've only won one bloody trophy in 8.5 years, as Felipe finds the right way down the right hand side, and the cross comes in, and it's 5-2. 7 goals in game 1. What's going on? My goodness, this game was thrilling to start today's episode off. 7 goals in the first of 2 games today, and honestly, man, this was crazy. I don't know how many highlights I'll have to cut out of this, but there were quite a lot, and there's no way I'll be showing you every single highlight, because otherwise the episode will be like 35 minutes long plus. Crazy game to start off with. And anyway, great win for us, 5-2. Very happy with the result. No one's listening. That's fantastic. Maybe if I individually praised them. Nope, still no one's listening. Again, midfield. Nope, no one's listening. Not a single, wow. Honestly, not a single player listening to me. Passionately, I was saying I was delighted. Passionately, I was praising the alphas, and they're just not listening. They're alphas, and I'm a beta. They know it. Don't listen to me. I'm too much of a beta. Oh dear, 5-2, and we've gone top, and my players have no faith in me at all, it seems. But anyway, we'll praise Donny individually. What's he going to say? Shut up, you idiot. No, yeah, there we go. I'll be going now. I'm sure you want me for something else soon. My players, man, they don't need me, clearly. But anyway, we've won the game, 5-2, and that does put us top of the table as well, by a point ahead of Arsenal and 3 clear of United as well. And because of that big win, we've levelled their goal difference record as well. I got to say, this season, we have just been unbelievable. We have been lights out for the most part. And considering how the previous seasons have gone, we've had so many runs where we've struggled to string wins together and only won like 2 or 3 in the space of like 14 or 15 games. This is more like it. Look at this table and look at how many goals we scored. 61 this season. That's, what's that, 20 more than the second highest? No, 17 more than the second highest. I mean, we are just free scoring Hull at the moment, and everyone's getting hat-tricks. Gotta love it. And that is why, as we come into the second and final game of today's episode, we will be fielding a fully weakened side, because my mind this season is on that Premier League title. I said I want to be in a title race this season. We certainly are, no doubt. And that's why, even though we're in a cup semi-final right now, the board don't consider this competition important, and neither do I. So I'm just going to field a weakened side and let the Rezzies and the kids get some game time for the match. So we'll go with a 3-5-2 for this game. Once again, keeping opposition managers guessing. They don't know what style of football we're playing every time we rock up. And hopefully that will help us get the win in this one away at the Etihad Stadium. So fully weakened lineup. These are our instructions. And I must say, considering our run of late, despite feeling a really, really weak side, I'm fancying our chances. I really, really am. So, we've got Vakari in goal, a back three of Dimov, Rodriguez and Keane, and in midfield, Olivier on the left, Bakera on the right, and in the middle, we have Magno, Kirkpatrick, and Malone, as who right now is struggling to get into the first 11 on a regular basis. Up top together, Ruggiero and Reed. We have float crosses on. We've got low cross on, that'd be stupid, because they're both 6'6". So, float crosses on for the big 6'6" strikers up top. And on the bench, Mannion, Toriyama, who I think could potentially make his whole debut in this game. Timon, Kante, Barkley, Lecco, and Donnelly as well. Okay, maybe not, because he's not going to get a number. Okay, so second game, it's City. Let's get the win, despite fielding a very weak side. Come on, Hull City. City, I can notice, have got a few first-team regulars out there. A couple of their change sides. I love when you get so knowledgeable about the save. You can tell what new gens they normally start. Because so many of those players are, of course, new gen / regen. Some of which are really, really good. Like this number 5, whose name I can never pronounce, and the goalkeeper Elias as well. But then there's players like Laycock, who I was looking at once, who are bang average. I love the fact you can tell when a team is using like weaker players, even so far into the save. It's just one of the coolest things about FM. Again, I've said before, the immersion to the game is unbelievable. You just get lost in the world. So first highlight of the game, it looks like it'll come to us as well. 16 minutes in as Malonas plays it long, but it's cut out by that number 5. And City do get it back. I thoroughly expect them to win tonight, but I feel there is a chance we could possibly sneak an away goal or two. And that will certainly make us feel confident going into the second leg back at home. But here's Torres for City down the right side. First time cross. Keane heads it away. And Bakera does as well. But City keep the chance alive here. With the number 21 finding Sol. Can he find an opening? That number 7 could be through. And it is Craig Laycock on the ball. Crossing to the middle. And there is Torres putting it in. Past Bakari. And City go 1 goal up very, very early. And my confidence has gone pretty quickly. I mean, their side is definitely stronger than ours. There's no doubt about that. There are a couple of bang average players in this lineup, but it's still a very, very good side. With a lot of their normal first 11 players as well. Swansea legend Julian Brandt in their team too. So we know we're going to be up against it in this game. But if we get an away goal, you know, and possibly get a draw, I wouldn't say no to that at all. So another highlight here. 23 minutes in. Could come to Hull as well as Reed could be through here. It's Brian Reed bearing down on goal. And he shoots and puts it wide. Now that was a golden chance for that away goal. And Reed could not hit the target. That should have been 1-1 there. Seemed to get his feet muddled up. And City get let off the hook. And if they make it 2-0 now, directly after that, I'll be livid. Frank on the ball. Turns Kirkpatrick. Shoots. Puts it wide the post. There's more goals in this one. We've got to take our chances, though. Come on, Hull. I know the board don't care about this competition, and neither do we, to be fair. But if we do get a solid first leg result, don't have to win, but a decent first leg result. Oh, it's 2-0. Jesus Christ. Second goal for City, 32 minutes in, and it's 2-0. What do I say all the time? You got to take your chances or you'll be punished. Reed with a sitter, and City punish us just a couple minutes later, or just a few minutes later, and it's 2-0. I never fancy our chances of getting back into a game when trailing a big team, so I feel like this game could be all but done by half-time at this rate. If they make it 3-0 here, it certainly will be. Number 21 on the ball, crossing to the middle. Torres is there for the hat-trick, and Vakari makes the save. Demov clears, and then Laycock puts it wide at the post. We've not played badly in this first half, but City are a cut above us with this lineup, and there's no denying that. And trailing by 2. I think we trailing by quite a few more in the second half, unless we get it sorted. If we get a goal back in this tie, I mean, you never know, but the worry is that City are going to score quite a few more tonight. And that will be the tie done before the second leg. We've not even played that bad. We've had one decent chance, but City are still slicing us open at will. And Vakari makes a really good stop there to deny Julian Brandt. The way this game is set, I feel like the next goal could be crucial. And if we do get it, there's definitely a chance to get back in this game, let alone the tie. But if City score, I think that will pretty much do it. So very, very important next goal. And whoever gets it is going to be fancying their chances. But it is looking highly likely that City will be the ones that get the next goal as Lucas tries to get on the ball. Bakera heads it back to Frank though, and there is that third goal. And Torres gets it hat-trick. And Oprah is back. Oprah is back. Oprah is at the Vicarage Road a few nights ago. Now she's at the Etihad Stadium. You get a hat-trick. Now to Torres. 3-0. And honestly, everyone gets a hat-trick right now. Won't be surprised to see Raj get a hat-trick in the next episode. Frank heads it on. Torres with the finish. Third goal of the night. He's claiming the match ball. And it's 3-0 City. And yeah, I said the next goal will be crucial. I feel the tie's done now. And it's a real shame our unbeaten run is going to get ended in humiliation. 4-0 to City. And again, don't get me wrong, we fielded a very, very weak lineup tonight. This was always, this is always a danger of happening. But when we've played so well for such a long period of time, this is not what we want to see. Because it just reminds me of the Arsenal game, when we lost 3-0. We had chances in that game. At least in that game we had chances. In this one we basically had nothing. And we could possibly get an away goal here. Ruggiero to Reed. Oh, there we go. Right on cue. There is the away goal. 4-1, 10 minutes to go. And I think it will just be a consolation goal if nothing else. But it does make the scoreline look a little bit more respectable. I mean, not very much respectable, I might say. 4-1 away we've been dominated, but a little bit more respectable and not as embarrassing. And you never know, it's a goal. We'll take it. You never know. A little bit more respectable. 4-1. I mean, seriously, this is embarrassing. We've played so well, and this is not how I wanted to end today's episode. I want it to be all happy. This is awful. City could be in for a 5th goal as Kante gives away a penalty. And N'Golo Kante, I keep calling you the best player in the Premier League, not from my whole side. And a chance for City to make it 5-1. with a minute to go, and that will certainly kill the tie. At 4-1, there was a glimmer of hope. At 5-1, it's just humiliation. And when John Stones is tucking away the penalty for 12 yards, you know it's humiliation. This is awful. There's a reason why my players have no respect for me whatsoever, because I let things like this happen. John Stones, with the penalty, makes it 5-1. And, yeah, we've been totally emasculated and humiliated by the much more dominant Manchester City. 5-1. Final score. And yeah, the tie is over. And I came into the game. What did I say? There is a chance. I feel quite confident. 5-1. Bang. Brought right down to reality. We're absolutely awful. And we're still not a big club because we don't have the depth and the resources to field weakened sides and still feel confident. This is why we always need to make sure our first team are as fit as possible. And hence why I'm okay resting my team for this game, because we need to make sure they're much more fully fit and fresh for the more important games of the Premier League. So we'll let the clock run down then. 5 seconds to go. We'll let the clock run down on this miserable performance. 5 seconds to go, and there is the final whistle. So 5-1 the final score. City get a very commanding win, and yeah, that's basically us now out of the competition. We should certainly say I'm not too happy with the performance. We've fired up and motivated pretty much everyone. But based on the team talk after the Watford game, I don't think many people genuinely care. And it's an embarrassing loss, sadly, an embarrassing loss. And because of that, that pretty much puts us out of the competition. And there's one more trophy that we won't be winning this series. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So a big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, then please do consider leaving a like. We shall return in the very next episode with games against... We've got to play that United game, man. Got to play that United game, so that's going to be so crucial. So I think what I might do actually is play the FA Cup 4th round against Huddersfield or Mansfield. That'll be at home as well. And then we'll take on United away from home as well. So an FA Cup game and a Premier League game as well. Of course, we are the holders of this competition. We want to retain it. So we're very, very determined to make sure we go far in that competition, if nothing else. And then we'll take on United away in a huge, as things stand right now, third versus first clash. So thanks for watching the episode, guys. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic weekend. And I shall see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon. Bye.